Hi, I'm Carlene from Get Nutrition Clients, and in this video we're going to talk about the 10 things that you need to clarify identity. Now in this we're talking about clarifying your identity as a business owner, as a nutrition expert, but also clarifying the identity of your ideal client. You can also join the discussion in the Nutrition Entrepreneurs Mastermind. It's a free Facebook group that's ready for your contribution, and we hope that it can be helpful for you. Now let's get started. First, let's establish why this is important. Knowing who you're serving and what they actually need is the way that you can deliver value. And when you're clear on what this is, you can be very effective and efficient in the content that you create, in the products that you develop, in the marketing that you produce. Alright, so let's get started. Number one on the list is market research. The point I want to drive home here with market research is that you're going to be looking to see if there is a market that you can serve. Are there enough people that you can deliver value to in order to sustain a business? I find with nutrition, you're probably good here because fortunately everyone eats. But if you're trying to target a very tight corner of the market, you're looking for that sweet spot with your market to make sure that there's enough people who will buy, but not so much competition that you'll be drowned out in the noise of the internet. Alright, number two. Number two is identifying your ideal client. To me, this is putting a face on your market research. Who are they? What are their typical hobbies? What are the things that are related to what you're delivering that are an integral part of their life? Are they parents? Are they single college graduates? Do they play sports for fun? Are they semi-professional athletes? Are they pet owners? Are they vegetarian or vegan or eco-conscious and interested in sustainability? Think about their pains, their behaviors, especially the behaviors that motivate their buying. This ideal client is what we'll call an avatar or a buyer persona. Now, oftentimes when I work one-on-one with nutrition experts, I find that there's a little bit of resistance with identifying one buyer persona or one avatar. Now, to be clear, you want to know who your ideal person is. This does not mean that you won't work with other people. This just helps to inform the type of content that you create. Alright, speaking of what type of content you create, WIIFM is an acronym that you need to remember and live by. This is number 3. This stands for what's in it for me. It does not matter where your degree is from. It does not matter what you know. It matters what's in it for me. So even in your sharing what your background is, you need to be putting it in a perspective of what's in it for me as your ideal client. Everything that you create should be presented from this angle. I know that you have value, and everything that you'll be doing will be to deliver that value. But in the way that you present it to your potential buyer, you need to answer that question. What's in it for me? So WIIFM. Number 4, brand messages. What are your primary and secondary brand messages that you want to make sure come through in all your work? Brand messages are essential to help you communicate consistently so people know who you are and what you're about. This will include things like your tagline. Like for Get Nutrition Clients, it's "We know marketing for nutrition experts." What do you want to be known for? These are your brand messages. Okay, in clarifying your identity, number 5 is, are you an online or an offline business, or are you a hybrid? I'm a big fan of online businesses because these days a lot of coaching can be done virtually. There's plenty of opportunities with digital products that can still deliver a lot of value. Telehealth is a booming, emerging way of delivering clinical services, and I highly recommend, if you're in any type of health services, that you consider including online into your business. The beauty of online services is that there are much fewer overhead costs. Even if you work locally and there's things that cannot be delivered online, like for example, meal preparation that you do, then I highly recommend still including some online portion of your business, but then I would consider that business to be a hybrid business. And even if you choose for your business to be completely offline, there's still plenty of opportunities to grow your business using online marketing. Number 6, what services and products will you be delivering? The reason I put this as number 6 is that when you know your brand messages and you know your ideal client and you know if you're online, offline, or hybrid, then this will inform the type of services that you create. Do you want to create an e-course so that you can be earning money while you sleep? Or maybe you're a really excellent writer and you want to deliver a book to your audience. But ultimately, this is about getting nutrition clients, right? So do you want to offer your products virtually, in groups? Do you want different products to target different issues that appeal to your buyer personas? These are all things that you need to consider at this point. Okay, in clarifying your identity some more, number 7 is creating a style guide. Now, I highly recommend creating a style guide because it makes creating online content so much easier. A style guide includes things like your color scheme and your key fonts. It will also include some visual branding guidelines so that anyone implementing your work, whether it's you, a virtual assistant, or a designer, can know exactly what you're looking for. Now, even if you're a one-person show, like I'm sure many of you are, a style guide can still help you to be very efficient with your time while you're creating social media and content for your blog, so that you're not going over and over again like, which fonts do I want to use? Which colors do I want to use? It will be so much easier if you know what your brand looks like visually. Directly connected to that, number 8, key images. These are things like your banner image, your icon in a square format, and possibly also in a rectangular format. What are your headshot images? All these things are very important in establishing and clarifying your identity as a business. Number 9 is website design. Your website will incorporate all the things in steps 1 through 8, but you also need to make sure that your website does 2 main things for you, which will be building authority and also facilitating capturing leads. If you want to know more about capturing leads, then we'll talk more about that in the section called Capturing Leads. I highly recommend that you check that out. Okay, and number 10 is your social presence. You're going to use everything that you've come up with to this point to create your social media presence. You're going to use all your logo, your headshots, the banner images to create your visual presence. And your style guide and key images will help you to create visually engaging content, which is very, very important in social media. So those are the 10 things that you need to accomplish in order to clarify the identity of your audience and of your business so that your audience can know who you are and how you can help them. I really hope that was helpful for you. All the things that we discussed in this video, there are in-depth worksheets to guide you through being very clear on what all of those things look like. And I look forward to hearing about all of your progress. Cheers to your success.